presentation on the upcoming 4th annual San Ramon Hackathon, which also happens to be a great example of an extracurricular activity you can participate in. And this is an event hosted annually by Green Apple Education Foundation. Now, Brian, another officer of Green Apple, will give a brief introduction on Green Apple and our past hackathons, and I will allow the host to share her screen right now.
I already introduced myself. Hi, I'm Brian, and I'm one of the officers of Green Apple Education Foundation. So firstly, I'd like to get into who we are as Green Apple. Green Apple Education is a high school run nonprofit organization and also a school run club. And its purpose when we founded it in 2017 was to have a group of youth leaders that could promote technology and accelerate the growth among youth and also raise awareness for education of unprivileged children. So one of the things that we've done over the past years is provide lots of seminars like this one. And also we've provided opportunities for fundraisers to create libraries in Africa to help educate unprivileged children and give them more opportunities to deal with technology. We're also one of the organizers of the annual San Ramon Hackathon, which is what I will be talking about today. So what is a hackathon? A hackathon is a sort of innovative competition where people come together to solve a challenge. And generally, if you've ever been to a hackathon or have heard of one of your peers go to a hackathon, they usually say that it's around 24 hours or takes place over an entire weekend. And one of the important things of a hackathon is its name. It comes from the two words hack and marathon, where hack is a terminology used in the software community to solve a challenge in a unique and innovative way. And a marathon is obviously a long distance running race, hence hackathon taking place over 24 hours or over a weekend. However, I'd like to point out that this is one thing that often drives students away from signing up for hackathons because of the name itself. Although hack is a terminology used in software community to solve a challenge, it doesn't necessarily apply to the entire competition. In reality, a hackathon usually just has a theme and asks students to get together and present a solution or present a challenge that gets resolved through their solution. So although the name has hack in it, we're simply asking students to solve a challenge in a unique and innovative way. And because of this, our hackathon usually proceeds and has an agenda where students arrive to the event or virtually, depending on which year we had the hackathon. And hackers are to get into teams and then come up with solutions to a problem or a challenge related to the hackathon's theme. So from there, they break into design teams and eventually they present their solution either through a demo or a presentation where judges are in a panel and select winners where you can win prizes and also lots of other rewards from participating in the hackathon. So to give a little bit of insight in our past 3 hackathons, our first hackathon was on the 2018 of April, and the theme was about energy preparedness and how students could empower first responders and be prepared for emergencies. Our second hackathon was in 2019. It was held during April, and the theme was how we could improve students' mental health, whether improving or preserving, good mental health or creating good mental habits. Our third hackathon was held via Zoom because of the pandemic, but it really it was a great theme because it related to virtualization and how even though the hackathon was held virtually, how could we make the world run properly still, even when it's been stopped in its tracks through a pandemic, and how we can make the world run virtually. So as you can see, a lot of these themes are very thought-provoking, very open, and really provide a good framework for students to think innovatively and create solutions. So now we're going to be talking about this year's hackathon theme, and I'll pass the speaking role to one of our other officers to discuss the theme of this year's hackathon.
Okay, so I'm going to discuss our hackathon from the theme for this year, autonomy of thought, tackling misinformation and online echo chambers. So let's go through some definitions. Yeah. Okay, so autonomy of thought is the ability to think independently without being subjected to manipulation due to modern news and media. Online echo chambers amplify and reinforce certain beliefs by repetitive communication in a closed system without contradiction, often due to algorithms employed by different media platforms. Misinformation is false information spread not necessarily with dishonest intentions. Yeah. While these things seem like irrelevant topics that are seemingly detached from our everyday life, we have all interacted with echo chambers through social media and search engines and encountered misinformation online. Social media platforms use advanced algorithms to better understand users' interests and curate the content they're shown in order to keep users on their in order to keep users on their app in order to increase profits. However, this leads to echo chambers where people who show an interest in a certain topic or political stance will continue to be shown similar content that only reaffirms their beliefs. This makes it extremely difficult for people to challenge their viewpoint and therefore results in groups with extremely polarized views. Search engines do little to solve this issue as they also employ the method of using algorithms and taking private user data to personalize search results based on certain demographic information, such as location. We encourage everyone to do more research on these nuanced topics, whether you decide to participate in our hackathon or not. The presence of echo chambers and its role in spreading misinformation and affecting the events of the 2020 presidential election is very hard to ignore. How will you address these issues threatening our autonomy of thought with innovation, creativity, and technology? We understand that this year's topic may be slightly more advanced with a lot more nuance, so you're also welcome to submit projects with other topics. Now I'll hand it over to Erin, who will speak about the hackathon event, rules, registration, requirements, and other important information.
Hello, my name is Erin and I'm another officer for GAEF. So first off, what are the rules and basic event description or agenda? So you're allowed to go as an individual or create a team. A team can have 1 to 4 members, and please note that no changes to team structure will be encouraged after registration. The deadline to submit your video will be June 13th, 2021, and you're expected to come up with your own innovative ideas. Any ideas that have been taken or copied from any source, including but not limited to internet sources, may not be considered for the finale. The materials that you need to include are your video link and PowerPoint, and the presentation will be 5 minutes long with a 2-minute Q&A. So some prizes that you can earn is first place, you will be able to receive $200, second place, $150, third place, $100, and honorable mentions will be given products and services from sponsors. The judging panel will also consist of industry professionals. The judging scoring rubric will be first, we'll go through relevance, which is 30 points, impressiveness, which is 20 points, if it's easy to understand and use, which is 10 points, solution completeness, which is 10 points, if it's easy to implement the solution, which is 10 points, and presentation and passion, which is 20 points. How to join the hackathon. You have to register for the hackathon through our website, which is listed, and submit a PowerPoint or video to this email. If you want to be a volunteer, please fill out the registration form and send us an email. Some volunteer opportunities include marketing for sponsorship and being a hackathon ambassador. Next, we'll be going through an example of a previous winning project.
Yeah, so there are also other examples of previous projects on the website, www.sanramonhackathon.org, where the video we just watched and other videos will be there. So if you need more ideas of how to present your project, you can go to that website. And the fourth San Ramon Hackathon will be held online on June 19th, 2021. And here is our flyer with a QR code for other information and registration. And I think it just leads to the website. So if you want to have the website on your, oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, before I go into the end of some more additional information at the end of our seminar, we're going to have a Q&A session about the hackathon first. So if you have any questions about our presentation or our event, please feel free to unmute or ask your question in the chat. Okay, so it doesn't seem like there are very many questions right now, and so I'll go into the end of the seminar. And so thank you for listening. And if you think of any more questions after today, you can email us at this email on the screen, hackattech@greenappleus.org. Here is a QR code to join our WeChat group in order to be notified of upcoming events like seminars, like today's seminar. And be on the lookout for our next seminar on May 8th, joint hosted by Green Apple Education Foundation and the San Ramon Hackathon. We have invited guest speaker Jingming Li, CTO of Alipay, to speak about his journey of innovation from an engineer to entrepreneur. You can also register for that seminar right now by scanning the QR code on the flyer to the right. So yeah, I'll give anyone who wants to do that some time to do that right now. And that will conclude our seminar for today. Thank you for coming.